Hello, 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 everyone. I'm your host of Hungry. It is time for another episode of the podcast for creatives on the come up, by creatives on the come up. I am proud to introduce to you the heroic poet, CSW.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Peace. How we doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. Glad to have you on the show.
Pleasure to be here.
So, can you tell everyone a bit more about the art that you do? Because there's a lot of different artists out there.
I am heroic poet. I go by CSW. I am a hip hop artist, songwriter, MC, little hosting, you mean, a little dancing, little everything on the side. Straight from Philly, but what my music is basically how I reciprocate what music's done for me. And I'm more on the positive side, you feel me? So even when I'm talking about some down bad situations, people be like, "Oh, you got a way of making it sound like a little positive and
Yeah.
uplifting." So I think bringing good energy into the world, that's my way of doing it. So that's really what my music is about.
Have you ever made like emo-ish kind of rap? Because that a lot of emo rap has that like negative. It is negative, but it's still like uplifting.
Mhm.
Like when Juice WRLD's like, I still see your shadows
Right,
in my
right, right,
room.
right. It's funny you say Juice World. Honestly, no, I haven't made any emo music. I don't think I will, but I'm not gonna close myself out from that lane. You feel me? But that's not my mood or my vibe right now. I'm not taking it away from anybody that enjoys that, but not right now, honestly. But
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, you got to make just what feels right.
Absolutely, always. Because if it don't feel right to me, what's the point?
Exactly, exactly. I was telling another guest about that. I was like, or I was honestly, I was telling someone about that earlier because we were watching battle rap,
Okay,
and I was saying, I was like, it's cool. Like it. The wordplay is nice, and
wordplay
I
is crazy.
right. And
Yeah,
I get what they're doing with the wordplay. I personally just wouldn't want to be remembered for it, or some of the things that they say, or
because
a
it's
lot of it's about
gun bars.
yeah, a lot of it's gun bars. So I was like, that's just not the vibe that I want to be like that I'm proud of.
Right. Like someone asked me, they was like, "You think you would battle rap?" I'm like, on the side, like for fun, like if someone was like really trying to get at me, but like on a like stage like URL or
Yeah,
something like that. Nah, I'm cool. If anything, I don't even like really go up on like slam poetry nights either because I feel like it's not a competitive energy, but it's just so intense, man.
yeah. I have had 4 or 5 poetry performances so far.
Okay.
I haven't done any slam yet, but I don't know because when I do poetry, I like to just like sit back and just let whatever lesson that I learned from life just let it breathe. You know, I don't even go like heavy on the puns; it just flows.
Yeah.
So I don't know how good I would be at slam poetry because they're
Right.
looking for
Yeah.
bars.
Yeah.
They're looking
Yeah.
for bars.
And I can deliver, but it's like, is that what I want to do?
Exactly.
I want to. I'm gonna coast.
Yeah.
I feel you. I absolutely feel you. I know I go by heroic poet. I've only performed poetry on stage like once. I mean, I've recited poetry to my friends or whatnot on some local stuff, but on a stage, yeah, only once.
Yeah.
And
Oh
it
well,
went pretty well.
I mean, all music is poetry, poetry with a background, you know.
That part.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
So how long have you been doing this?
5 years now. Well, technically 6. Yeah, 5, 6 years.
Okay.
hmm
What's a struggle that you had along this journey, and how did you overcome it?
My voice, puberty helped me a lot.
Oh
I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie.
yeah,
Like, I wasn't even heavy hitting with the bars either. I was just trying to find my style, get comfortable. I always had cadence, I always had delivery, but as far as like the voice, I sounded like this, da, 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 da,
oh
da.
yeah.
And I started out like 5 years back, 6 years back on SoundCloud. That's how I would put out my music. But
Mhm.
like as far as like all platforms, like Spotify, Apple, Tidal, et cetera, 2020. So that was when like my voice really like grew in, and I'm like, all right, let's get busy.
Okay. Well, how old are you now?
I am 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it really hit you. Your voice got to a good spot when you were about 18,
Oh,
19,
19.
19.
18, we was like almost there. But I still kept going through all that. I just enjoyed writing. Beats really like tell me some. Or honestly, yeah, it was beats. Like someone told me freestyle acapella. I'll do it, but I prefer a beat over it.
Yeah.
Me.
Well, how did you learn to use your voice?
Um, honestly, it'd be around like me hanging around my friends, getting advice from them, and then I would rap in front of like people that like actually been rapping for a long time. They like, yeah, you got it. You just gotta that voice. Da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah, I know. You ain't gotta tell me. I already told
Yeah.
myself that. It's all good though. We here with it, and people are still enjoying my music. Like even when I started, they was like, oh, they was listening. They was like, oh, you spitting.
Hey,
I'm like,
oh, yeah,
yeah.
you sharp. You nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's really the most important part. As long as you enjoy what you're creating and, it makes an impact on somebody else, that's really what matters.
Every time. Every
That's really
time.
what matters. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. I like to sing as well. I've never been formally trained, but I learned a lot just from singing along to my favorite songs and trying to harmonize with them, and then turning the song off and
then
trying to sing it by myself.
Yeah, that's usually how it go. That's how it be for me. Like as a kid, I can't sing like with the best of them. I can hold a note. All right, my favorite songs. Put that joint on.
Yeah.
Just vibe out. Turn it down a little bit. I'll be in my bag sometimes. I'll be like, oh, I sound better than you, knowing that's a lie. But like,
Yeah. Or like there are some songs where I cannot sing along to them. Like I can't match them. I can't harmonize with
Right.
them. But if you turn it off, I'm there.
I'm on it.
there. And like the worst point, I think one of the worst examples, and it's such a popular song, is "Die for You" by The Weeknd. Like for some reason, when he sings that along, when I can't sing, I can't hit every note along with him. But if I turn it off, then I just pick my register
Zone.
and it works perfectly.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I'll be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Dang, yeah. Music really universal.
I
It's
know.
So fire.
I know. It's literally it's a language. It's literally the most universal language.
But even with that, there's so many translations.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Honestly, I don't even care what language my music is in half the time. Like I literally showed these people this music that was from Africa, and I was like, I don't know what he's saying, but this beat is hard. He's
Yeah.
spitting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because like when it comes to universal music, like it comes down to like the beat, the flow.
Yeah.
That's it, for real, for real. But like people that like want to deep dive into music, they'll appreciate lyrics and structure and
Ear candy.
instruments. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is some advice that you would give to your younger self starting out and getting into music?
First of all, I'd give myself a high five, probably a hug.
Honestly, yeah, the inner child needs a hug.
You mean? I tell myself, people love you, just not in the way you expect them to. It's okay to be you. Don't care what nobody says. Whether it's disrespectful or just out of line. Don't care what nobody says to you. Ignore that because people will say a lot, but it won't be as bad as anything you've told yourself. So
That's facts.
you mean like really like you can hurt my feelings, but like not as
Yeah.
bad as I can hurt my own feelings. Like I know what makes me tick. So younger me, keep doing you, be yourself, speak up more. Speak up more.
That is big. That is big.
Speak up more. I can't stress that enough.
No one regrets the things that they really said. It's always what they didn't say that people regret the most.
Right.
It's better to say it and get it out, and if you mess up, apologize and humble yourself, than
Mhm.
it is to hold it in and let it eat at you.
Yeah, you could be nice, but don't let that come back and bite you.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah.
For real. Honestly, I don't really believe in the nice guys finish last saying. I believe timid guys finish last. I feel like if you're casually nice, you ain't gonna finish last.
Right. Like
But if you're timid and you don't speak up, you definitely gonna finish.
yeah,
last.
like if you straight up a nice guy, you'll be nice to the max. But if you're more of a timid guy, all right, you could be nice to a certain extent as far as like you give me that chance to. But if you want some weird stuff, take it down a
Yeah.
couple notches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And people can feel when you're not being 100.
that's a fact.
You can feel it. So what is the worst struggle meal that you've ever had?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Like literally air.
Air. Okay, bet.
Yeah. If I don't have nothing in my belly, that's the struggle right there.
Yeah.
Letting my stomach all that when your stomach do that, yeah.
Yeah, bro. I remember I was listing. I used to put out 3 things I was grateful for every day
Mhm.
on my social media. And sometimes I would just be like, man, I'm just grateful that I didn't have to make a hard decision between gas and food today. Like that.
And it come down to that for real.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'd be thankful every day just for breathing and walking. You know,
Bro, literally
You know
on
how
the way
much of a
here, I saw
blessing that is?
somebody sleeping on a grate because it's the only place that's warm.
that's Philly for you.
Like, so little things, they add up and they matter, man.
They do add up, and it come back to you in a pretty big way too.
Mhm.
That's what I love. Like, not into like karma and all that. Like, I do understand like the concepts of all that. I believe in God, so I just know if I keep the faith and I stay on the right and narrow and not just dip off to somewhere I know where I'm not supposed to be, I'm good. And even in the worst times, like, it's gonna be crazy
Yeah.
when I get out of the eye of the storm.
Yeah. Yeah. It was so great having you on the show.
It was so great being on the show,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Well, this has been another episode of Hungry, the podcast for creatives on the come up, by creatives on,
On
the
the come up.
up.
By creatives on the come up. Yo, I like that, man.
Uh-huh.
Yo, y'all need to subscribe, follow, all that, please.
Mhm.
Social medias, get right, man.
We're here for you. We're here for you, and we're here to put y'all on. And we hope that y'all tune in next time. Have a good one.
Peace.